Hello everybody, 4-star here, back at it with week 4 of the BFL. The Dallas Marshals take on the Ohio Bulldogs in a rainy Columbus day. We start off here in the middle of the first quarter here. McPherson throws it to John Jean-Baptiste, and he goes crazy as he bulls over a man to get the first touchdown of the game. A few drives later here, Pat Kane and this offense here with Dallas looking, throws it to their second-year man, Chris Duncan, and he is a Swiss Army knife, if anything. McPherson here on this drive looking, and he gets sacked right on the play. One of the best D lines in the league for for Dallas. This time, Pat Kane, they get the ball, but it gets intercepted by Slater, and they will get into goal line territory. But this time, McPherson looking to try to score here. McPherson tries to go with the run, but he gets tackled, and they have to take an injury timeout as he injured his leg on a play. He had a leg cramp. He would not come back. I'm going to chalk it to the rain here and maybe not massaging it enough, but Otto Anderson, the legendary quarterback, goes in and he throws it to Dakota Riley, who gets a score. Crazy blackface right there. Pat Kane dropping back on a 3rd and 3, intercepted again by Rogers, but Rogers fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by Corey Fitzgerald. They ended up getting 3 points on that drive, skipping here to the 3rd quarter, and their first drive ends up in a safety. Otto Anderson couldn't find anyone there, and that one ended up in a big safety there as number 51 celebrating the first safety of the season. After that safety, the drive ended up in a touchdown with the safety punt, giving it right to Keenan Preston. And Keenan Preston later on in the next drive got down to the red zone, and he got his 2nd touchdown. And this was the Keenan Preston show from now on, as they couldn't get anything going in the pass game, so they just kept giving it to Keenan Preston. Here he goes with a huge gain inside the 20, breaks one tackle, and it's hard to get this man down when he's in a groove. But he gets over 100 yards on that one, and he would cap off this drive with another goal line touchdown. That was his 3rd touchdown of the game. That would basically solidify it in the game there. The Ohio Bulldogs suffer their first loss of the season, 36-17. For our second matchup, the LA Gold travel to New Jersey to take on the 2-1 Dragons, coming off of a loss here. We speed up to the 2nd quarter here, and Nate Woodman has his pick of the litter as he throws it to one of his 2 tight ends for a touchdown. Easy score for the first one. Murphy showing off his running skills as he goes down the field off the left hash inside the 50 to the 40. Unfortunately, only leads to a field goal. After leading to a field goal here, Whitman will give it to Sheldon Massey, and he will weave through the tackles, and he will get he will get inside the 10-yard line for a goal-to-goal situation. Here, Whitman dropping back, throws it right to James Crockett, and Crockett, the rookie wide receiver, will score and will make the score 20-12. The Dragons been scoring a lot of field goals, haven't been able to get to the end zone. Sheldon Massey, though, he runs the ball, and it gets picked up by McEwen, and that would give New Jersey the boost it needs to try to get back in this game. Here comes Murphy. Murphy dropping back, looking for someone. Can't find anyone. Everyone's covered, still looking, and he throws a pick to Brad Emanuel, who already has a return for a touchdown. He's going to make it 2 on the season, and they take a big lead after that. It was 27-12. So here goes. They try to bounce back here. Murphy still trying to look for the end zone here. Throws it to Phil quick, and he gets a great gain there to try to get into the red zone. Murphy here at the 1-yard line making changes to the play, but he just sneaks it in for a touchdown. The Dragons couldn't get into the end zone until the 4th quarter. This was just outside of the 2-minute range. They would get the ball back here to try to get it here on their final drive. So here we go, 33 seconds left here. Murphy with the shotgun formation. He's going to roll off to the left again, and he will go out of bounds to get a big gain. 4th and inches here. They have to try to go for something here. Murphy knows that they have a timeout. He's going to slide and give them one last play. Murphy dropping back. Sees Gross, and he will score the touchdown, and they need 2 more points to tie the game with 2 seconds left. So here we go, a 2-point conversion to try to tie the game and to try to bring them to overtime, and it gets picked off, and that would be it. That was the game, and the LA Gold will get their second win of the season, and New Jersey will go 0-2 in the last 2 weeks. So Carolina, after going to Toronto and losing, have to go across the falls to go and take on the New York Jays. The Jays, after a field goal from the Kings, Jason Blake will run it all the way inside to the 10, showing off his legs there. Quarterback finally getting some starts after last season being a backup. Walker gets the toss play in for the touchdown, and they take the lead here, but the Kings would respond back. Griffith with the play action fake throws it where only Damian Kelly could get it. Damian Kelly, a legend here in Carolina, and he gets another touchdown for his boys in Carolina. A drive later, Griffith's dropping back, looking, and he finds his man O'Neal, gets it inside the 10 here, and they're in the scoring distance here. Griffith dropping back, looking, throws it to old man Brock Randall for his first touchdown of the night. Another drive later, Griffith dropping back, looking, gives it to Rocky Humphrey. He breaks a tackle, and he's off to the races as he goes into the end zone for his touchdown. One for Humphrey, one for Kelly, and one for Randall. But now, New York tries to go in and try to score. Play action fake here on 3rd and 10, looking, has Van Trask strong, but he can't hold on to it, so it was a great job there by the Carolina defense. Griffith looking for Randall on the screen. He gets great blocks, and he's off to the races. He has one man to beat, and he beats it as he goes all the way into the end zone. The 35-year-old retiring wide receiver who's been here for 10 seasons since the ASFL first started gets 2 touchdowns on the day. Amazing. He hasn't done that in a long time. So here's Lamar Walker, and he says, hey, if I gotta do this all by myself, I will. The only man trying to catch him is Benjamin Dexter, but he will not be able to catch him. Lamar Walker getting 100 yards after that run. Here's later in the 4th quarter here, Blake gives it to Van Trask Strong, and he gets pushed out of bounds by Jamarcus Page, but if not, he would have scored. Blake inside the 20 this time, throws it to Jones, and he doesn't get it in. They mark it at the goal line, but it doesn't matter as Lamar Walker will get his 2nd touchdown of the day, and he will run it into the goal line for a score, and all they need now is just a 2-point conversion. So here we go. At the 2-point conversion, Blake dropping back, looking, and he gets hit on the play, and that one would end it as the Kings would run down the clock, and they would win 31-29. Another win on the column, putting them at 2-2. The shootout in Toronto. The Golden Owls are hot now, 2-1 on the season, taking on the Oakland Grizzlies, who are 1-2, trying to avoid 1-3 here. Hastings avoiding the sack, throws it to Wells, the backup running back, and he will score the first points of this game. It was a high-scoring affair here. McCoy trying to respond here, dropping back, looking, couldn't find a receiver, so he took it himself, and he got a rare rushing touchdown. Not the type to do it. But Toronto will respond back, and they will give it to their man, Zeke Crawford, who is the leading rusher in touchdowns and in yards, gets another one. And now it's Oakland's turn. McCoy with the play action fake, throws it to his main man, Tariq Jammer, and he was the key to success today as the Grizzlies would get the ball back here after a drive, giving it to Jammer again, and like I said, the key to success as they get the screen touchdown, perfect blocking there as they would take the lead for the first time today. But that lead wouldn't stay for long as Hastings throws a bomb right to Grant Mott, a dot right to him, and he will shimmy into the end zone. Joey Grant Mott, another rookie here. I believe he was from the Berlin Thunder. And look at Tariq Jammer passing midfield as he gets some great yards. Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize it as Luke McCoy will get sacked just outside of field goal range. and that would force them to punt the ball. And Zeke Crawford, he would make big opportunities out of that one, as he got a big run there. Hastings inside the 10, looking. He's gonna veer off to the left, and he would get his first rushing touchdown of the day. This rookie is something else, man. He makes money. And McCoy getting sacked again, this time by Kevin Forbes. And they would have to punt the ball again, putting him in a goal line situation again. And Hastings gonna go to the right side this time and get his second rushing touchdown of the day. Yes, he gets huddled up by his teammates, and now they got a big lead. 34, make it 38 as they hit a field goal 2 drives later. But Sam Nelson says, no, I'm not done yet. And he will get a touchdown of his own to try to pin the game a little bit closer. 28-38 here. 2 minutes left here. Giving it to Wells. Wells gets blocked and he gets untouched into the end zone. That would solidify and end the game. 45-28 as the Toronto Golden Owls go 3-1 on the season after having a 1-13 season last year. What a start for these young guys. In this game, Kansas City goes to Atlanta to take on the Bullets here. The Bullets are 1-2, trying to get back to 500 here, as D. Singleton throws a dot right to Jermaine Price. That one couldn't have been any more accurate there, as they take the lead here early in the first quarter. Hewitt here trying to respond back, throws a dot right to Dana Gaynor to put them inside the 5, where they would run the ball with Ryan Clark, the 33-year-old running back, contemplating retirement in his second season here in the BFL. Now Atlanta gets into the red zone here, and D. Singleton will run it off to the side here for a quick touchdown, his second touchdown of many today. About a drive later here in the second quarter, Singleton running off to the side, and he has nothing but green in front of him as he dives into the end zone for his second rushing touchdown of the day, his third total. Hewitt, right before halftime, throws it to Vasco Laurent, but he gets covered by Ellis. That would be a huge pick there. And now Atlanta, with their timeouts, trying to score. They get it all the way down to the 11-yard line. Singleton looking, throws another dot to Jermaine Price, and Jermaine Price will get his second touchdown of the day. And that would be Singleton's fourth touchdown of the night. Hewitt throws a dot right to Vasco Laurent right before halftime. They would end up with 3 points before the half. Starting here in the third quarter, midway through the third, Ryan Clark gets another touchdown right at the goal line once again. It's 21-28 here, and after some good successful defensive drives, Austin Cole comes in and he scores a touchdown to Dana Gaynor. I believe Andy Hewitt was injured. Singleton throwing it to Phil Williams, has to go back for it, but he gets the catch there as they go down the field trying to score here. Dropping back, Singleton throws it to Keith Manning, and they would get it inside the 10, and they would milk the clock all the way down to just around a minute as Bronson would take the field goal, and they would take a late lead. Their defense hasn't been doing well for them this time. Throws it, it gets tipped away, it's 4th down. Last play, Hewitt dropping back, looking, he can't find anyone, throws it to DJ Faison, but just before crossing that first down line, and they would lose this one 28-31. The Bullets, second straight win of the season, getting back to 500. And for our last game of the night, the Boston Revolution undefeated hosting the Detroit Demons. Here in the first quarter, Lance Shutt gets to work, and what a bobble catch by Bynum. Randall Bynum takes it all the way to the house for a touchdown to start off this match. Man, was he on fire today. He's one of the best young receivers in the league here. Bales looking, throws it right to Tucker for, I believe, his third INT of the year. That led to a field goal. Bales once again trying to make up for it, and he does with a big bomb to DeAndre Lane. It leads to a goal line touchdown by Smith. He runs a man right over. I believe that was the linebacker Tucker who got the interception. He got ran over, got humbled there. Here comes Lance Shutt, throws it off his back foot to guess who? Randall Bynum. He was getting all the receptions today, and only in his second reception gets over 100 yards. Second and goal here. Shutt looking for only one receiver, and that's Randall Bynum as he gets his second TD of the night, and that was his third reception, man. The Detroit Demons really relied heavily on him. Here late in the second quarter, Anthony Vales throws a dot to Omar Johnson as he is responding to all these scores and makes it a 3-point game. Shutt this time. Just under a minute left in the first half, and it gets picked off by Thompson. This would give Vales the opportunity to try to score here. Vales looking, throws a deep ball right to Jermaine Tucker, and he gets a bomb touchdown there to take the lead here. Going into the second half, Shutt looking, throws it into coverage and is picked off by Atkins off the tip drill, and they will get another opportunity to score. And score they do. Smith, they get it inside of the red zone, and that is where Corey Smith prospers at, man. Corey Smith, not a lot of carries today like he did last season where he was basically carrying the team to the championship. This team is way more well balanced this time as they take more of a commanding lead here. Shutt with a play action fake, gives it to Bynum, and once again he does it. His third touchdown of the night, and this one was even longer. 88 yards into the end zone. He has 200 yards receiving off 4 receptions. Incredible. But here comes Vales. He gets rushed, but he throws it right to DeAndre Lane, and he gets a big first down there. And a great play there by DeAndre Lane, catching the ball. Vales, he was scrambling again off to the right, throws it to Lomas Bennett, and Bennett gets another first down. This time they're milking more of the clock. We fast forward into the fourth quarter, and here comes Paul Stabler, breaks a tackle, gets inside the 5, and just with under 2 minutes left, they try to put the nail on the coffin. Vales, he sees Green in front of him, and he gets his first rushing touchdown to end this game. They ended up winning this game 38-30 with a late game touchdown by the Detroit Demons, but the Revolution will go 4-0 on the season and will solidify their first place spot in the standings. An eventful week 4. Here are our standings. We got the Boston Revolution still at 4-0 undefeated. Then we have the Denver Dynamo at 3-1. A surprising one, the Toronto Golden Hours, with a total switch from last season, they started off 0-4. Now they are 3-1 on the season. Impressive. The 2-1 teams, we got the Bulldogs, Cyclones, and Gold. Then we got the Atlanta Bullets at 2-2, the Dragons at 2-2, the Kings, the Marshals at all at 2-2. 1-2 teams, we got the Scouts, and then the Demons, Grizzlies, and Jays all at 1-3, with the Orlando Knight Riders at a horrible 0-4. And you can say that points forced and points allowed, they are losing some close games. For our passing standings, we got Anthony Vales still up there at 1,158 yards. He got 2 touchdowns and I believe a pick, so he's 12-3. So far. And we got Kenny Harrison, who is doing really well as well, but he just can't figure out how to get a W, especially with the team comp. Luke McCoy up here as well, 12 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, just a few more yards than Kenny Harrison. And then we got Ricky Bledsoe, who was our MVP front runner, 1,358 yards, 11 touchdowns, 1 pick with a 120 rating. Incredible. And then we still got Rex Johnson here. He's going to be injured. He has 8 touchdowns, 0 picks. He has an incredible almost 150 rating, but he won't be playing next week because he's injured. For rushing, we got Zeke Crawford still far above and beyond everybody else. 6 touchdowns, 462 yards on the rushing game. Keenan Preston also has 6 touchdowns from his 3 touchdown game. Lamar Harrison right behind him, Tamir Clay, Rocky Humphrey, Keenan Preston. Then who's our rushing leader for quarterbacks? We got D Singleton just 4 yards ahead of Rashard Murphy, and he has 5 rushing touchdowns. That's incredible. For receiving touchdowns, we still got BB Cash. And for receiving yards, Randall Bynum takes the cake after that game against the Revolution. Right behind him is Devontae Pritchett, who is also doing pretty well, but they just can't win. Our receiving leader is Keith Manning. And right behind him is DeAndre Lane, who has 5 touchdowns, and he is having an impressive season as well. For our sack leader, we got Sammy Hayes here with 5 sacks on the year. For our interception leader, we got Brandon Gill living up to his contract with a lot of guys tied at 2 INTs. Most tackles for loss is JJ Billups and Mitch Johnson, and our most tackles is Marcus Sarah. So that is it for week 4. We got week 5 on the screen here. I know I didn't show it on the screen last week, but I forgot. But our marquee game is going to be the Toronto Golden Owls, who are 3-1 against the Jays, who are 1-3. They're going to be hosting another game, so we're going to put them in their all gold uniforms for that game, and we're going to put the Jays in their all white alternates. So that's going to be pretty cool. The Golden Owls 3-1 right now. Can they make it 4-1? Who knows? The Kings play the Revolution. There's gonna be a lot of interesting games here. The Cyclones without Rex Johnson for the first time in about 5 seasons, without their starting quarterback, Nate Tanner. Can he prove himself and get a W? The Knight Riders, can they win? Can they win this game against the Grizzlies, who are 1-3? And the Dragons, can they rebound against the Scouts? The Dynamo have a bye week, and rightfully so, and they have a lot of home games. I believe they have about 3 extra home games after their bye week, and they're trying to run the table and try to start 6-1 with all home wins. So that'd be cool to see that. But thank you guys for watching. Week 5 coming down the tube. We should have the Golden Owls and Jays just coming up after that. And thank you guys for watching and enjoying this league just as much as I am. I'm having a great time with this league. So like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.